What's up, people? How's everybody? I am a little bit tired, as you can see, or just ugly, probably both. But what's up, people? How's everybody doing? Um, and Andy, I think there is somebody here from Australia. I think Jono's from Australia. But what's up, people? How you doing? Happy Wednesday to y'all. Hi. Um, yeah, so what's happening with y'all people here? Thank you for being here with me tonight. Didn't set up a whole bunch of stuff to go over because I am tired and don't have a whole lot to do because I didn't do any flying. And I want to go fly, and I plan to go fly this weekend. I'd like to get planes together too, so I'm going to have to wait for the weather to get doo-doo-y so that I can get some stuff put together. But got some new planes. I think I showed you guys some of the new planes I got coming. So, I mean, I already have them. So I got to get some stuff put together. I need to get some more prop planes back in the air. Started with the Turbo Timber Evo. I got some more props that need to be assembled and flown. So doing that. Much more of that. But now that I see we got people up in here, let me sure to shout out the peoples that are here, because it's very nice of y'all to come here and hang out with me on this fine day. But anyway, so let me know if the camera's working clear too, because I didn't want to see it jumping or jittering. Usually I have to reset it, and I didn't do it today. So, and yeah, Turbo Timber Evo is a badass plane. I just need to fly it more. I need to fly everything more, and I plan on flying more because we've gotten past this crazy stuff at work. So anyway, let me get some shout outs to all y'all people that were here chatting, because people were chatting early, and I like to see that. So thank you guys for spending that time here with me. And sorry if the screen keeps changing. You see light on, light off, whatever, because I'm switching screens. Anyway, let's start from the top. Mr. Jack78 was here. What's up, Jack? He is a member. For info on being a member, check out the description, guys. Mr. Mike SSI is another member. I think he's been a member longer than anybody. But thank you for being here, my friend. Mr. Mike Bird from all the way across the pond. What's up, Mike? Mr. Slapnuts and his impatient ass. What's up, Mr. Spencer? How you doing? Victor RC Jets, who is also a member and who is also over at Best in the West. What is up, Mr. Victor? I hope you guys are doing good over there. Hope the weather's treating you right. Mr. Keith Christie, what's up? Mr. Jono Edwards, what is happening? And I also saw a stat on you, Mr. Jono. You're one of my most prolific commenters on videos and such, so thank you for that. Much appreciated. So who else? Andy Cho, what's happening? Mr. Snow River, who's another member, what is happening? Mr. Paul McNeil, I've got some stuff, some flyover pictures for you today too, so I'll show you that later. You're always asking, so I'll show you later. Mr. Jeff in Lower Alabama, what is up? I think I already said Keith Christie, but Keith Christie, what's up? I'll say it again, just in case I missed you. Who else? I think that might be it for now, but as people show up, I will shout you out. So thank you for being here. My voice is kind of weird today. Don't know why, but Mr. Pop 305, there's somebody I didn't mention. What's up with you? Mr. Lionel Randall, who's also a member. What is happening? Barry Campbell, what's up? So yeah, so I see you guys here. Victor, you have jumped into the world of turbines, which is cool. That's a big jump, and it appears that you have been doing all right with it, so that's good. Keep at it. Do what you do, and whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat, or as my basketball coach used to say, whatever blows your dress up. Keep that going. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. There's a shout out portion of the show. But like I said, I'm not going to go crazy long today, but we are going to talk about some stuff. Do the usual. If y'all got any questions about stuff, go ahead and answer. I hope you guys enjoyed the little Q&A stuff we did last week with Joe, one of my customers, had some issues, but I think we were able to go through a lot of stuff. Basically figured out that it was his ESC that was the issue, or his receiver with it was the issue. But we made headway, and I'm sending him a new controller, which I forgot to send, but I'll be sending him a new controller. Sending out lots of stuff, but yeah, Snow River. We had what, 3-4 days of rain? You guys get way more rain than we do. But hopefully we'll get more rain this year. I've seen the trees changing, so let's see what happens with the weather this year. The weather gets really nice at my field this time of year. So, oh, that's right. I gotta have Mr. Super Dingus in here. It's been a while since he's been on, but sorry for the screen changes. Get him on here for a little. It's been all. But anyway, I see a couple questions. I'm waiting for this thing to load, so I'm gonna have to do it again. It takes this long. There we go. Okay. Goes link to Mr. Calgal. Theory says. So, Chibi drinks adult grape juice. I'm just drinking regular grape juice today. No Jesus juice. But anyway, so Nate, if you're watching, I just sent it. So let me check out because I was check out the chat here. So here's one. Seeing high voltage lipos popping up. Any advantage in using them? There is advantage if you have. I think cars and boats use them. Stuff that likes high RPMs. If you have higher voltage, you'll get higher RPMs, and if you have a low resistance pack, that all comes together to make things work good. Only issue is sometimes if you don't have a ESC that's capable of running them, they can make your cell count go too high, and then your ESC thinks something's wrong. But they don't really give you much more capacity, but they do give you more punch. And when it comes to more punch, you need that with a car or a boat or a racing plane or something. So that's the advantage to those. They do give you a little bit more. I mean, they can give you a little bit more as far as how far their voltage drop usually isn't as high. So it tends to. But there's really, if you have a good pack, like some of my really good packs, you don't see much of a voltage drop at all. So nominal voltage for a battery pack is like 3.7 volts. So that's why they say like a 3 cell is 11.1 because it's 3.7 times 3. So if you can have your battery well above nominal voltage under load, that means that you're going to get more RPMs. So the high C packs will usually give you that. So anyway, good question. So let's see what else. Oh, Pete, you're still working. What the heck? It's nice to get overtime when you can, because I got super time. Got lots of stuff. Okay, I see you there, Super Dingus. It's a little jumpy. Do you have bad cell? All right, so all right, let's go. I'll bring Nate in. He hasn't been on for a while, so what the hell?
Hi.
Here.
Is that okay, or is it all messed up still?
Dude, you're fine. That's good.
Okay. Oh. Hi, everybody.
It was.
Did y'all lose me, or did you lose Ray? Okay, that's Ray. Okay, that's Ray's problem. That's good to know. That's what happens when I come back, Keith. I come back and I just instantly corrupt the stream. So, guys, how's it hanging? This is better. Freaking Spencer. I haven't been on in a while. I've been living life and just haven't been joining the streams. I've been mainly doing this during stream times, so I still got to put the thing away.
All right.
Let's see.
I think my connection got bad.
I was like, uh-oh, and then it was just you.
Anyway, what's happening?
I don't know. Life.
What's going on?
Huh?
That's what's been happening with you, because we haven't talked to you forever.
This has been happening.
Did you just fly, or you finished flying, or what?
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Okay, cool. Coolio. I'm still looking at questions, so let's see.
Who's running up in front of the Cal Fire planes?
Running up. They're running their plane.
Yeah, good thing it's nighttime. Daytime, people do that, they get pissed.
Oh, hey. Okay, cool. There's Mr. Mike Ford. What's up, Mike Ford? Thank you for stopping by. You got your other stuff, right? Said that it was delivered, and I think you said you got it. But thank you for being here, my friend. What else? Somebody else said something else. I had a question.
I may as well put this thing away.
Do you have to manually push it, or do you have a?
No, we're not a bunch of ding dongs. We actually push it. We don't have a motorized tug for a 172.
It's
People
RC, so it's cool.
People who do that
they have the RC version too, which is cool.
No, you can't push the one.
Yeah, they're light. I know.
They only like.
Can barely hear you, so just talk when you get back. Let's see. There was another question somebody had in here. Somebody said something about low timing. And Paul McNeil, no, I'm not going to Bigfoot. Wife and I are trying to figure out another way to get to Maui. Again, we liked it, so we want to try to get back. What's up, Mr. Angelo? There it is. Send it RC. Okay. Is low timing the best for EDFs? It depends on the motor you're using, but if it's going to be one of the regular motors like freewing, FMS, E-Flight, best thing to do is to set it to low, and it depends on the type of motor that you're using. But for the type of motors that we use, which are either I use in-runners, almost all the in-runners I use are 4-pole. They suggest low timing. So if you can just select low, medium, high, select low. If you can have to select actual degrees of timing, anywhere from 5 to 9 degrees for low timing. But 5 to 7 is best. But if you can only choose between 5 and 9, go for one of those numbers. But low. So the reasoning for that works a lot like it does with the real car. So with the real car, if you want to be conservative and you don't want to overheat the car, use a lot of gas, you set it to low timing. If you want to hop it up a little bit and use higher octane, and you have higher compression and all that other stuff, you can go advanced timing. But if you go too far, you can overheat and cause a whole bunch of other problems. Exact same thing happens with electric motors. So if you go above low timing on most, you're just going to increase the amp draw and increase the heat being generated in the motor. So it's best to just stick to low. Now, there are motors that require special timing to run on. JP fans require special timing. Not special, but the timing that they prefer. There are other outrunners, hackers. Some of the other motors, they require different timing for different things. So depends on the motor. But rule of thumb for 4-pole and EDFs and all that other stuff are low timing. So good question. Let's see what else is going on. Lots of comments being put out, and I am not checking. So, see some other comments. So Noons, what's happening, Mr. Noons? You're here. Good to see you here.
They changed this. They changed the mobile app. I'm like figuring it out.
I haven't looked at it in a while. Is it different? Am I frozen again?
No, you're not frozen. No,
Okay,
I'm just figuring it out. I mean, it's probably updated, and I downloaded iOS 16 on my phone. So.
Oh, it's gonna look different.
What am I doing? It's been a long day. I need these numbers, Nate. Dumbass.
Ray's posing like he's frozen. All right, Mr. Tim Tutant, what is happening, my friend? So I had to order an ESC telemetry converter. Good. Oh, cool.
76.1.
So Nate, that new plane, the Beach D18. Did you have to do any
call it a Beach 18, dude. Come on.
Beach 18? I don't know. Everybody calls it that. Well, Beach 18 is what I always remember it as.
That's what everybody in the full scale world calls it.
Yeah. So did it come programmed to do the differential thrust already out of the box?
Yeah, it's an in the receiver deal, so out of the box it's just like that.
Okay, cool.
Really? Actually, 0.8, damn.
And it comes with a 6 or an 8
receiver.
8-channel, 6-channel or 8-channel.
It's a 631. 631, which is what they use in that size class.
The antennaless?
No, it's got the antenna on it. It's the long single antenna.
Okay, got it.
I should buzz home so I can show it.
God, it's getting dark so early now.
Yeah, I know, it's been dark for over an hour.
Do I like it?
Not quite, but almost.
Yeah, almost like 45 minutes.
Chalk, plugged in, mags off.
What voltage does the plane, your full scale plane run on? Is it 12 or 28, 24, 28, what?
It's 12 volts.
Okay.
That's usually what it's hovering around, really.
Okay. It's like a regular car battery? Is it a regular car battery or a real big one?
Pretty much, yeah. That's basically what it is. It's nothing special. Yeah, yeah. That's about what it runs at. When you crank the starter, the battery meter just like shuts off, but then it comes back.
Yeah.
If you crank the starter with all the lights on, the starter will not crank. It doesn't have enough power to do that. I'm going to mute myself real quick.
Go ahead. So, Angelo, you've got a good question. When's that new X-Flight trainer jet getting here? I think they said late November, December for the T7, I think. I don't remember. But that's one that I'm actually a little bit excited about.
I got one on order, dude, so when I eventually get it, you'll see it.
When did they say it was supposed to come?
Late December.
Oh, December, late December, okay.
Yeah. So we'll see, I guess. Roy, it's both. It has a battery and it also has an alternator, so the battery obviously is charging itself.
Didn't you just have to change the battery?
When we bought it, yeah. Because the old one was dying. You're going to connect with my Bluetooth, so.
Okay, so Tim Tutant has a question. Trying to figure out the 100 amp avian pulsate set. Okay, so Tim, hey, this just got really loud.
Here, you can boot me out till I'm home.
Okay, so just tell me when you get home.
Okay.
So, Tim Tutant, with the Avian ESC, you have to go in and check. Either do forward programming or use the little controller. What Nate and I noticed is when Nate was flying his, I think on the first or second flight, it would do what you said that it does. And it's because the battery cutoff was set way too high. It was set at like 3.3 or 3.5 or 3.7 volts. Or no, I forget what it was. Either way, it's too high. You need to set the battery cutoff. You can disable it if possible, or cut it to 2.8 or 3.0. Because that's why it's getting the pulsating. Then you can also remove the pulsating and make it do a soft cut. But bottom line is you got to go into the programming and change all the defaults because defaults are weird. It's the same as what it used to be on the hobby wings and the same as what it is on a lot of the freewing stuff. They set timing at medium, which is too high, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So cut it back. Just saw a video popped up that Hamilton's hangar crashed his F-16. But anyway, go into that and change it. It's, as I always say, it's better to puff a battery than it is to lose a plane. So cut your timing to 5, your battery cut off, make it soft, and then also cut your battery voltage down to 2.8 or 3 volts, or turn it off altogether. That's what we did, and it worked. All right, so I'm gonna try to catch up. Oh, Tim Tuton, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Not required, but very appreciated. Much appreciated. So, thank you much. So, got the XY. Yeah, and I've seen that too. It looks pretty good. The gear looks really good too. I think it's like F-16 type gear, maybe. But I like the Alpha Jet. I see the full scale one regularly because Google flies one out of Moffett, which is right by where I am, and I'll show a couple of pictures here later on. But I rented a basically about $6,000 worth of camera equipment to get some decent pictures, and then got fogged out. Was able to get some. Yeah. So Tim Tuton, I see what you're doing. So Tim, with the if you're doing forward programming, as I say with most of these, it's better to have your voltage, your battery voltage, because under load, when your battery's fully charged, you know it's going to probably be 3.7, 3.8 volts under load, but that's going to drop throughout the course of the charge or the flight. So once it gets into the 3.2, 3.3 range, that's when it's time to come in. But they have it set at 3.5, if I remember right, which is just way too high. So it's better to cut that down or disable it altogether, because you can set a timer, and I think you even have telemetry on there, so it'll tell you when the voltage is where it needs to be. Let's come down. But it's better to take it out of there. Yeah, I saw that. Shadow Ops, I think Nate just got his PPL. I don't think he's gone for any other ratings at the moment. He has his glider pilot's license too, but he'll tell you when he gets back on. But it's just a regular pilot's license at this point, and he's going to start adding stuff on. There. Okay, so I think I caught up. Life is like this at Sphincter Psycho mode. What the heck? And yeah, so I usually disable the pulse too. I want it to be, if it is going to be low, I don't even want a cutoff, to be honest. I'd rather just, yeah, Shadow, only VFR for now, but that's going to be changing. I think he's chosen a school and all that too. So when he gets back on, ask him, because I think he's pretty much got all that stuff set up. But yeah, I disable the pulse. I disable LVC altogether if I can, because with the telemetry, it tells you when your voltage is low. So just land. I turn off the callouts too, because that freaks you out and starts yelling at you the whole damn time. Well, thank you. No, thank you. Snow River, I think that is in forward programming. You can do it there. Just with the ESC, you have to get it within a certain amount of time from plugging it in. buzzing. My phone's buzzing like crazy. What's it buzzing for? What's it buzzing for? Anyway. Yeah, so and that's what happened with Nate's too, Tim. It started right away. Just you're only like a minute and a half into the flight and it starts going, and your battery still got plenty of juice left. But also set that timing lower because it'll make the battery work less. It's not a whole lot, but still. And yeah, I just saw it just popped up and said that crashed it. So that's too bad. And that's basically what happened with me with my F-16 for my stupidity. Using that stupid ass ESC instead of using the right one. I killed it. Yeah, so sucks that he did that happen, but I'll check the video out later. But yeah, as they say in RC, I fly therefore I crash. Just a matter of time. Doesn't matter how good you are, you will crash. Just when you get better, you crash less often. Yeah, I saw that Bobby flew that too, so that's good. But so y'all got any other questions? So National Free Flight Society, thank you for being here, my friend. Wrench, thank you for being here. I think everybody here has a wrench. But guys, I have lots of stuff that I'm going to have to be, I'm getting stockpiled with stuff that I don't necessarily want or need. So rather than sit here and hold on to it, I'm going to have a giveaway here pretty soon. And I might do a couple consecutive giveaways just to get rid of stuff because I'm piling up with lots of things. So you guys are members, you get different giveaway status, and if you are regular followers, you get the giveaways too. But the people that get the bigger stuff, those people need to be members. It's only fair to make them members for the higher end giveaway stuffs. Tim Tutot, you should have it any day now. It's been pretty fast, and I shipped it a while ago, so you should have it. It's gonna be this week for sure. It's already in the mail, so you gonna get it. So what else we got going on? Oh, okay. So that's actually a good one. What would cause an ESC to melt during flight? I've had it happen. So one thing that most people don't realize is that with ESCs, the switching is what causes most of the heat. So if you're flying a plane and you're flying at quarter to half throttle, that's going to cause the FETs to have to switch a lot and create heat. So you're going to create more heat at partial throttle, especially if you've got the wrong timing setting and other stuff isn't right. You're going to cause that ESC to overheat or just heat up just by running partial throttle. And if you don't have, or your FETs end up failing, and at certain areas your FET just melts. It just goes crazy. I've had it happen to a couple ESCs where I'll be flying along, all of a sudden, poof, You don't have any power, any control or anything, and then you see smoke. The BEC circuit will do it a lot of times too, because it'll get overloaded and then just screw everything up. That's what happened to my red tail, and that was my fault because I had a UBEC and the BEC connected. It worked, so I didn't change it, but I didn't realize that the voltages were at different. They're at different voltages, so eventually things start fighting, and then boom, it BEC circuit blew and it fried everything. Everything, all the servos, all the receiver was melted, everything. And it was, and when I looked at the ESC, the BEC circuit was black, and it fried the UBEC, everything there too. So yeah, so half throttle, and if you don't do a throttle calibration, that will burn up an ESC because it's only running at 3/4 instead of full. I just got buzzed by an C-130 ripping, falling over the house. And yeah, so and like I said, the FETs will go bad, and if they do, you'll know because it will pop. But most people don't realize that you need to select your throttle range. If you don't do that or calibrate, you make the ESC work a lot harder than it needs to. And that causes heat. So, but one thing to note too about the battery elimination circuits, if you are running a BEC in the ESC, just by removing that red wire and using an external BEC, you can drop your that's funny, Michael. You can drop your ESC temperature by as much as 40 degrees. So I've noticed that. I did some testing back in the days where I had a BEC circuit plugged in and worked, all the servos and everything, and did a temperature reading, and then I disconnected it and ran it through a UBEC and the ESC. Just by eliminating that load, it went down like 40 degrees temperature. I think it was 38 or 39 degrees temperature. So something to think about. So that's one of the reasons why I will usually run a UBEC. I have very few planes that don't. The planes that I don't run UBECs on are using these ESCs, and I've had no issues with those. I have the new FMS Futura, and it's running on its stock BEC with nothing else added. So good questions, guys. So we're just waiting for Nate to get home, and he'll be back on. But what I was going to do was show y'all a little bit about what I did. This is air show they call Fleet Week, because they have normally there's a parade of ships. I saw a couple of those this time, but it depends on what's going on in the world, the world conflicts and such. And I know that we've still got some stuff going on around the world, so we didn't get a whole bunch of ships coming into the bay, but we did have some come in. It was kind of cool. But they call it Fleet Week because it's about the fleet coming in and people. It's a big recruiting thing. The Blue Angels, a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'll show pictures of that. Yes, I did, but it was on a day that most people don't go. So let's see. So he said I calibrated, but the motor was pulsing during the flight. I should have landed. So what ESC was it? Is it a smart ESC or something else? Because you've got to remember to get in there and change the settings on those ESCs. The pulsing and some of the other stuff actually, the pulsing doesn't hurt it. Pulsing's fine. There are other things that heat those ESCs up quite a bit. And Anthony Lashi, what is up, my friend? How you doing? So yeah, Jono, the funny thing about the smoke trails is they look really cool for about 2 seconds, and then you realize, oh crap, something's wrong. It's funny. Today that happened to me at work. With my work truck, I have a Ford F550, and I've got a whole bunch of accessories hooked up to it. Not a whole bunch, but I have LED lights, warning lights, a bar, a directional bar, and then these big spotlights in the back. And I also have an electric compressor in there. And I was using not all of it. I was using the lights and the compressor. The compressor uses the most amp wise. So it was on, and I was using it to spray some. There he is. I was using it to. I had to do some machining type work, so I was using it to blow away the shavings. And the next thing you know, as I go back into the cab of the truck to do some stuff, I smelled something. I'm like, what the heck's that smell? So then I looked around because I know they do welding where I am. Like, is anybody welding right now? Because it smells like electrical stuff, and it's from the cab. I don't know what it is. So I didn't think anything of it. Kept working, and then I went to after finished drilling, I went and used some air, and I'm like, wait a minute, my compressor hasn't come back on. So I'm like, what the heck? I flicked the switch a couple times. I hear the relays going, but I didn't hear anything coming on. So I looked under the hood, and there's this big ball of melted, nasty plastic. And on top of that, the terminal on the battery was all corroded, and it had actually eaten away part of the terminal. So I'm gonna have to work on that tomorrow. Figure out what the heck happened.
That'll do it.
That'll do you.
That'll do you good.
Pretty nasty. Should have taken pictures, but it ate away like almost half of that battery terminal.
Damn.
But no good. So Nate, what's his name? Shadow Ops is asking what your ratings are right now for private pilot. I know you just got your PPL, but what do you plan on doing next?
Well, that's all I have currently. 2 weekends ago, I took a visit to ATP flight school up in Livermore, and talked to them and did that whatever demo flight they do. It's not a pass or fail demo flight. It's just like, oh, you fly with a CFI at ATP, and So I'm gonna start up there probably next September. So, and then if you show up there with a private, it's 5 months for your instrument commercial, and then after you do your instrument commercial, then you go off to one of their 3 locations to get your CFI.
Cool.
Which they have locations all across the country, but their 3 locations for CFI are Mesa, Dallas, and Jacksonville. So,
is ATP, are those the people that work with the military too?
No, ATP is just the rating you need to fly the big stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it a company? Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, anytime, right? We got to find a Dairy Queen with a big enough parking lot, though. Especially with us 2 fastest in there, it would be loaded to the brim. We'll do it. We can make it work. But no. So then you go off to CFI school, which, depending on where you go and the weather, it's generally 2 to 3 months.
So wait a minute. So the place you're thinking about going to, is it a company called ATP, or what is it?
Well, that's the name of the flight school. It's a flight school. It's like Embry-Riddle. It's just, it's a flight school. But this isn't like a degree program. This is just purely flying.
Got it. Okay.
99% of the regionals don't even require you to have a scholarship anymore. So, because basically, usually what most people do. Okay, let me continue this. You do CFI school, and then after you get your CFI, damn cat wants it. Get out of here. You go to you do your CFI, and then after your CFI, you can either go back to you can either at that point you can either go off on your merry way with a CFI and just finish up the rest on your own, or which this is what I'm gonna do is after you get your CFI you can go back to ATP to work for them as a flight instructor.
Oh, and then you
And
just
then
build up your hours.
that's how you build your time. So
Yeah.
then you build up your time, and then I think after you build your time, that's when you do your well, I think in the midst of that you do your multi-engine rating through them. You get your multi-commercial add-on, and then your multi-instructor to get that 25 hours of multi-engine time. And then once you have it all and you have your hours, and it's like, off on your merry way. And
Cool.
ATP, they basically their big thing is they can lead you right into like a regional airline, but you can always just do what you want to if you find something. Plus, for me, it is either going to be corporate flying or regionals because I can't get a full ATP till I'm 23, which I can get the restricted at 21, which is basically just I can fly regionals or corporates and sit right seat, but I can't go full ATP till I'm 23, which is the FAA rule.
Okay.
No,
cool.
Paul, I'm not flying the 172 to Bigfoot. No way.
It'll take you a little while.
That would take longer and be way more expensive than just flying airlining.
Oh, hey, GB's in here. What's up, GB?
Nate.
I was just talking about you because you always said adult grape juice, but I got regular grape juice today.
But yeah.
Cool.
I'm mainly doing ATP. I mean, I can do this all on my own, but doing it with ATP, yeah, you pay the price, but it happens really fast. Like I said, 5 months for instrument commercial, like that's pretty freaking fast.
Yeah, that is fast, but it's pretty intensive too, though, right?
Oh no, yeah, that first 5 months of instrument commercial, you have like no life.
No,
according to them, like you have no life
daily.
That's all you do. You get there at 5 a.m. and you leave at like midnight. It's like every day.
Yeah. But it's fast track.
Fast track. Well, and cool thing is my grandma lives in Manteca, which is right over the hill, so I can just stay with her for that 5 months.
Yep.
That's 30-minute drive.
Cool. Cool EO. So, look at a couple pictures. Info drink by Firehouse. Yeah. So let's see. So, actually, we got some cool stuff happening this weekend too. We've got Sophia. I don't know if you've heard of that. That's that.
Yeah, it's that really stubby 747.
It's the old school 747 with the telescope in it.
Yeah.
It's coming this week.
Oh.
Get out there and get some
Saturday?
pictures. Huh?
What day is it coming?
Friday or Saturday, one of the two.
Well,
it's coming one day and leaving another, but it's not coming back. That's the last time it'll be here. So, got to take advantage of it while you can. So I plan to get out there and take pictures of it with an actual camera, not with the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy this weekend, my aunt's wedding, and then next weekend I'll be in Alabama.
Alabama for the Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm. I'm leaving for that on Tuesday.
So wait a minute. So are you taking your radio with you, or are you just going down there and flying?
I'm just taking myself, and I'm just gonna fly. Spencer's kind of threatening that he won't go. So,
why not? I thought he said he was going.
Well, I guess business has been slow, so he's having to stay back to catch up, which I don't blame him. But Paul, so he's staying. Paul Ballard, he's pretty much making the move down there. So he's like loaded up trailers with his cars, his stuff, and then his van. Spencer's not going. Okay, it's confirmed he's not going. So I'll be flying probably mostly Paul stuff. I'm not worried though. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be planes for me to fly, and I'm not worried about it.
Send it, they say.
Oh yeah.
So Shadow, yeah, Sophia is getting retired. I guess the program's ending. So it's going to make a stop here, which it never does. So go take advantage of that. I think it will even be able to go in and actually see it. So I'll go in and pictures, etc. Walk through if we can.
Yeah,
Cool.
I know, right? So I'm not worried about it. But yeah,
So, who all is going to be at that Bigfoot thing? What
a lot of
are there
people.
any companies?
Oh yeah, I think some of the Horizon guys will be there. Jeremy from the Model Box will be there, obviously. So if I really do want to buy my own plane, I could, but I'm not. I don't need to. Paul's gonna have so many
He's got
planes.
everything. He's got a ton of planes.
He's got his trailers full that are being shipped down there, but also his minivans. Like just he sent me pictures, dude. That thing is packed to the absolute brim.
He's doing like Victor did, loading up the plane, loading up his van.
Oh no, this is like, I mean, every inch of space is just taken. Not, and it's not just planes. It's like life supplies and all that because he's making the move down south.
So shadows. Now that you bring that up, my the place I work for, we put together a camera,
Hell yeah,
the world's
GP.
biggest digital camera that's going to be able to take pictures of stuff in space. It's going to go on into an observatory in Chile, I believe. So, LSST is what it's called, something like that. But we also, where I work, they put together a telescope. A GLAST project is what it was called. I don't remember all the acronyms and all that other stuff, but the place that I work has done a lot of stuff along those lines. So a lot of those satellites and stuff up there doing taking pictures of the galaxies. My job has had a hand in it. So, but yeah, Sophia's been cool though. It's cool to see that thing go up. We see it fly over on radar all the time. I don't actually see it, but
What's so high up?
it takes off at Armstrong from Palmdale, and then by the time it gets to us, it's probably already at 30,000 feet. I think they go up pretty high. They go up to like 40 or 45,000.
Well, like Shadow just said, it's a super thirsty airplane, so they go high to not suck the gas.
Yeah, it's old. It's one of the short, stubby ones.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
saying.
not even a 200. It's like it's smaller than that.
Yeah, it's small.
Yeah, one of the first ones using those old turbofans.
Wow.
The whiny turbofans and smoky. So it's 8 o'clock right now. So let's get into looking at some of them pictures from shows. So I gotta select them.
The stubby nose bandit.
So why didn't they? Wait a minute. Let me see here. I need to select an actual picture before I do this.
Dude, what do you want, Cat? I just let you in, and you come back out and walk back in.
Izzy was doing that today. She cracked me up.
Cats are annoying, man.
She went tearing up the stairs, and then got to the top of the stairs and was just yowling,
Well,
and
this
then came
guy,
back down.
he always does this. He just walks laps. What do you want, dude? What kind of mood are you in tonight? Just call it a Beach 18, Fred. You know what's funny is I never heard anybody call it a D18 until E-Flight put it out because I've seen so many of them and I've flown a real one and it's always just been, oh, it's a Beach 18. But I guess that's what it's actually called.
Okay. Weird signal. Again. What the heck?
Is it me or is it
The
you?
signal getting weird again?
So is it you
What
or
the
is it
heck?
me?
Can't tell.
3D printed props for his beach setter model. Correct.
It's gonna do something.
Okay, it's working.
What the heck, man?
That's that Bay Area
Kids are
Wi-Fi,
hogging
dude.
the internet.
It's that Bay Area
Kids
Wi-Fi.
are hogging the damn internet. We're in the heart of the Silicon Valley with the crap Wi-Fi. Crap Wi-Fi.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What the
It's
hell?
that Bay Area Wi-Fi.
Still bad, or is it cleared
You're
up?
slowly coming back.
Huh?
You're in and out.
All right. I'll be back.
It's just kids.
Any better or worse?
There he goes. Yeah.
Better or worse?
I can hear you. Your video's kind of.
I don't know what the hell's going on. What the hell, man? What about? No, see, it's still weird. What the heck?
Oh, nice plane.
Don't like it.
That airframe will probably.
So,
Yeah.
give me a second. It's gonna be weird. I'll be right
Now
back.
that your camera's off, we hear you clearly.
Okay. Better?
A little bit.
What the hell's going on? I do know I have to go take all my stuff to Xfinity and get new things. So that could be better, but I'm trying to do share my screen. I can show the damn pictures. There it is. Okay. All right. So can y'all see that? Okay. Nate, can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay. So this is the. I got a pretty damn good camera, so they will get decent pictures of. This is the rate of ships. The Marine ship, Navy/Marine, Marines and Navy, they're part of the same department. Whatever. The Marine helicopters on the ship. So ships coming through.
Now your audio is like the volumes.
Still, is it weird?
It's kind of like fluctuating.
Probably just the.
What are you doing, dude? What did you eat?
He didn't go eat something that amped him up, did he?
Maybe. I mean, whatever.
So they had some pretty cool ships come through. There are only a couple of them, but this is one of them. Streamlined stealth ships. There's a fireboat.
Hey, Roy, you want the prompt? I'll find that video. I think the guy did like 11/7 for his altitude, but I'm sure at sea level.
Here, for what? What are you talking about?
A Flightline OV-10.
Oh. There's some of the ships from that day. They only had a couple go through, which is kind of cool. This is some of the people there. This dude here was incredibly annoying the whole time. He had music blasting, throwing his damn rugby ball, irritating. Anyway,
the beach. You gotta go to. You gotta go to Marina Green, dude.
No, there's too many freaking people. It's even more people than here. But I mean, it would have.
My mom used to work at Merrill Lynch. We get those VIP tents like right on the water, but those were good. Free food too.
That would have been the better spot this year too, because the fog kept coming in. No, I didn't get as much as I wanted. Coast Guard ship, and then they did the Fat Albert. The jumpers came out. I didn't really take any pictures of those because they were hard to focus on. Fat Albert, the new version of Fat Albert.
Yeah, it looks good. Who put that link?
The new J model. That lens I had is pretty cool. I didn't have all the settings totally right, so it wasn't totally perfect. These are all raw pictures too. I haven't done any editing to any of these yet. Oh, that's a better one. Good one. They were climbing out, getting ready to do their jump. And then Fat Albert did a show later on, a little couple passes. We couldn't hardly see because of the dang fog. This thing was cool. This is the 777. It scared the crap out of everybody when it showed up because he did a pass from right to left, and it was behind the fog the whole time, so we didn't even know. And then we hear this weird noise and look up, and there's this big ass 777 coming through. There's got some vapes right there, which is kind of cool. The plane was cool. This is a cool shot coming up because it focused on the bird instead of the plane. But that thing was cool. It's cool to see. It's pretty freaky to see how maneuverable that big plane is. What you can do with it, especially with no people on it. I'm sure there weren't that many people on it, if any. Other than I think that they have a couple people that they.
I think they have a few people that go with them, but I mean, it's pretty light, and they probably don't have. Well, did it do like 2 performances through the day?
It did.
Yeah, so you know what's funny? When they do that, they actually don't ever go back and land. They just
It didn't. It just flew around.
They fly around over the ocean until their next minutes, which is like
it flew around for like another 30 minutes and then came back later, or maybe a little longer.
It was definitely it was longer than that. It does
over an hour
in the morning, and then it does the one right before the Blues.
Yeah, that's what it did.
God, that must be so boring.
Yeah, and when I looked at the radar, it showed all the circles. They must have set it on.
They just turn the autopilot on and have it just fly a track.
And it just flew around in circles. Kind of cool. But the way that it came in was just really cool. But there's no way to take pictures because the freaking fog. You can see here the fog came in.
Yeah.
And
that's why Fleet Week's like, eh.
Normally, I mean, usually I'm able to show.
Last year it was great. Last year there was no fog at all, but.
Right. Well, if there isn't fog one year, the next year there will be. So the C-17 actually took off from here at Moffett and took off over there. So I tracked it to Moffett, not realizing that these guys were actually coming in first. So this was. So
what the hell? Collier's got 2 guys flying with him?
He's got 2 of them. Yeah.
He's got 2.
Yeah. So it was him and another guy. I think he even has 3 now. So one guy can fly on the East Coast, one guy can fly on the West Coast. That's actually a really good picture.
Hold on, Ray.
I can't even see what you guys are saying. So if y'all are saying something, I can't see. Turn on my phone. But there's gonna speed through them here. But they didn't really do. They did some cool stuff towards the end, because they did basically formation aerobatics and formation flying the whole time, which was cool. It's different. That's a good shot. But and the T-33 is a cool plane. It's fast, but it's quiet, so couldn't really hear what it was doing. You can see the guy in the back with the camera. But need to pull up my phone so I can see you guys talking. But I'm gonna try to speed through it pretty quick. I didn't take pictures of absolutely everything, mainly because of pretty quick. Sorry for that, but mainly because of the fog. That's actually one of the most clearest pictures I got. I wish that they made the freewing T-33 in that scheme. That would make me buy it. And then, of course, it didn't focus because it didn't like the contrast. So I didn't get them actually doing their split thing. But they made a cool sound. T-33.
Yeah, it was Shadow. It was the P-80, which is the rounded wing, single engine, and they made it into 33 with the tip tanks, and it's got 2 seats.
The P-80 had tip tanks too, but they were different. They
hung on the bottom,
underneath the wing.
Yeah.
So they could be dropped. These can't be dropped.
No, those are fuel tanks.
So this is the C-17 hanging out, It did some circuits off the coast before it came in. These guys are kind of cool. Just gonna speed through. But that's actually a good shot right there. Shot.
Oh my god, those dogs are annoying.
Yep. Now, so to see the guy in the bottom in 610, he's got this cell phone camera out
Yeah.
there.
That's what ruins a photo shoot right there.
Oops.
That's what happened to when we did that flight with the Beach 18 and the Mustang and the T6. And the T6 in the back seat was like this the whole time. It's like, dude, put your phone down.
Speaking of T6, let me go back here. Because I'm going to close this for a second. It's still there? No, it's not. Stop sharing. I'll pull it back up. But I had, in the very beginning, there was a T6. It wasn't part of the show.
It just flew over.
Just flew over, so let me pull that back. Sharing. So there's a T6 that just flew over.
Oh, geez.
Do you know the plane?
Yeah, I know that airplane.
Figured you did. But there it is. He did 2 passes.
I wonder who was flying it.
This one from where? From Hollister or Palo Alto?
It's not. I don't think it's the Palo Alto one. It's definitely not from Hollister. But I've seen it before. Actually, I can. Oh, hold on. Keep that picture. Is it the same one? Let's see here. Oh my god, dude, my sister cannot. She just talks so loud. I swear
There's a clearer picture. Let me get to a clear one. Oh, maybe not.
She is deaf.
Go to no. There you go.
Looks like the same picture. Yeah.
Oh. But there's no an N number. But that one flew over, and then you've seen this one before, Nate.
I've flown in that airplane. Probably not that same one. I've flown in those Beavers that are. What is that? 123 Julian? Yeah, that's one I flew.
From Sausalito or something?
Yeah, it's like north of the bay. There's a little seaplane base in the water there. Yep, 3 Juliet Lima. That's the one I flew. Well, I didn't fly it because we had people in the plane, so I couldn't. I sat in the right seat, but he wouldn't let me fly it with people in it. Which, I get it.
Yep. To be safe, you got to do it the right way.
Commercial operation.
Let's get through the T-33s. Go back to the C-17 because it dove down. And that was cool too because you couldn't really hear it. And then I heard it, but you couldn't see it. And then it dove down. Only did like 2 passes because it was too foggy. But then the F-35s, you could hear them out there. These are the Charlies.
Big boys.
They had 2 of them. And one just kind of flew around out there with the T2. Let's see here.
The Buckeye.
Had a Buckeye out there. And this is cool too because the Buckeyes, Alameda Naval Air Station used to have a whole bunch of trainers. They'd have either the Buckeyes.
You might be getting a military presence here soon. It sounds like a C-130.
It's probably from here.
Yeah, C-130 out of Mountain View.
Yep.
King 58.
Yep. That's the does its number start with 16?
Yeah.
That's one of the newer ones. It's the one they talked about at
Dude, there was one at was it King 53 that one time that was like doing tactical training over here in Hollister, and it was like 500 feet above the city, just ripping.
Yeah.
Ripping passes at the airport, doing touch and goes. I was like, what the hell?
Well, they can do what they want. I don't think that was from ours. Maybe it was.
It was a King 53.
Okay.
Because they were talking on the radio.
Got 4 of them over there.
They're making them the Cal Fire S2s were flying at the same time, and they're making the S2s. Makes the S2 look tiny.
Yep.
Oh, what the heck? Che crashed the F-16 80, the new one?
Yeah, you didn't see that.
I just saw it.
So that was a cool shot. It was flying over. F-35 is so damn loud. Even with no burner, that thing is loud. With the burner, oh my god, it's insane loud. But they did some passes that were really cool.
That thing, it just doesn't look right with those wings.
They don't, but it flies incredible.
I'm sure it does, but it just don't.
But it just looks weird.
The A model is my favorite.
Yeah, I like the A model too. There's a C-27. Couldn't see that at all because it was behind the fog the whole time.
Hey, this is cool, but having a hangar full of warbirds at the airport I think it's cooler.
Okay. But see this pass right here, once they went by,
they just said fog.
Every single car in the parking lot
went off.
All the alarms went off.
Well, do you remember the year they had the F-22 and they blew out like that first row of windows by the Marine?
I think they broke the sound barrier this year too, because there is this one noise that just didn't sound normal. Because they've done it before and they got in trouble for it.
Insta throttle up a little further.
They did that this time because there was this sound, and a sonic boom is two booms. It's like ba-boom, and that's what it did. And people were like, "Whoa!" And it shook the ground, and it really hurt. So I think that they accidentally broke the sound barrier again.
Oh yeah, dude!
It was not. So there's some some vapes, but it was cool. The sound that plane makes, the A and the C,
they're loud,
incredibly loud.
Well, the one, I think the F-35A was flying at Salinas the same weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was.
When she does her burner pass into the vertical, you can hear it from here.
Yep.
And then you look out over the hill and you see her just over Fremont Peak. Yep. Like, oh, there she is.
And I like Bayo's performance too. She's really good. I don't know what it is. She's just really smooth with the way she flies. Not so
smooth with it.
Smooth. So there's the F-35 is really cool. Didn't hardly see the Blue Angels at all, but we'll get to that eventually. But see, that's why the Fire Booty is that color, because that's what this one looks like.
The wing flex.
Lots of it. They're pulling some G's.
You going down to where are you going to be? Santa Maria, Andy? I want to go to that. Dude, I want to go to Santa Maria, and I want to go to Best in the West. But I can't. Freaking on it. I put her wedding this freaking weekend. Like.
So this was...
I don't want to go to that. I want to go look at planes.
This before they joined up and did the heritage passes. And then when they did the heritage pass, this thing looks kind of weird. It does look funky, but...
No, it looks stupid with the long wings, in my opinion.
It's much more capable.
Right.
It does. And the way it flies. I got some vapes. A couple of vapes. God, it's not clear, but...
Damn fog.
Yeah, the fog really messed it up. So after they did their heritage pass, that's actually kind of a cool picture right there.
The T2.
T2 it's actually a really cool plane too.
T2 is even uglier looking.
Yeah. But they did a couple passes together.
I saw an RC T2 get demolished at the jet event
one time. So this is cool. So here, this is the one that did the demo. It split off. So then they all broke off and did their own thing. They did a pass together, and then they split. They do all their passes together, which was kind of cool. And then this is where they split. Now this is where it got cool. I couldn't get any pictures of the damn T2 because he did a pass that was too high. But right here, you can see where the T2 made his pass. This guy's coming by. I could hardly get the thing to focus, but you can see the vapes. This thing was moving. This is when it did that pass. And when it went past us, like right here, it did that boom. So it sounded like it was It wasn't, and it hurt. Sonic booms hurt. So when it went over, I think that they were either really close or just over, because it hurt when it went over. Because he did this screaming pass. We didn't know he was even going to be there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, right over it. And this is where it went boom. It hurt when it went over. So it was cool. But it was quiet after it went past. So they throttled back. I think that they realized they'd gone a little too far. Yeah, because it was just like throttle off. And then Fat Albert came in and did his thing, which is always cool to see. I think I got some pretty
They should have
pictures.
just punched through those little bits of fog and just cleared it out.
I actually got some decent pictures of Fat Albert on this one. Cool plane. Its fast pass through the fog was awesome, but of course my camera wouldn't focus because of the fog. It's a cool plane. Nice to see it all updated. Much more capable now. So let's see. A couple more of those passes. It didn't really do a whole lot, and it couldn't because of the fog. Basically, like it's doing the video. But here's this. These see it. The fog had just come in so bad there was hardly any way to see anything. It was. If I'd have been on the green, it would have been a little better, but only a little better. And there's an IMAX. There's a helicopter the whole time just off to the side. It has that big camera in the front. Even when the Blue Angels were there, it was doing its. It was right there, taking video of them. And seeing them as a Super Hornet, the sound that they make is so much cooler now. I like the Super Bug. Much better. But thanks to the fog, couldn't hardly see shit. So, and they had a lot of two-seaters this year. Normally it's like 7 that's a two-seater, but 4, 5, and 4, 5, and 6, because I think they're getting ready for the new guys to come in. So they're doing the rides. So there's a heli. Let's see the camera on the front of that thing.
6-2 Tango Victor.
No, it was right there near the flight line the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
they should have hit it.
Bam! But it was cool because it was. I should have just done a video of that alone because the way the helicopter kept going in and out, trying to get the shot was really cool. But I like the Super Bug. That plane looks really good. See the plane in the back diving in. I like the angles of the Super Hornet. I did like the Legacies, but I like the Super Hornet.
I think the Legacy's still cooler looking.
I agree. But this is wearing on me. Legacy's a prettier plane as far as aesthetics go.
The whole Blue Angel performance is just worn on me. You know what's cooler? Having free access to this.
What? I can't see you. Talking about. Oh, to that.
Mm-hmm. Having pretty much free access to that. A B-17.
Not everybody can be as lucky as you.
Look at this beauty. This is the Devotion Corsair.
Oh, from the movie?
This is the black guy's Corsair.
That's why I want to get a Corsair.
Even got his name on it.
Does it really?
Yeah, Jesse Brown.
Are they doing the... Are they still flying for the movie, or is the movie done?
I don't know. Apparently it's coming out in November. So.
Oh, so it's done. Okay. So, as I said, I did get a couple shots of the Blue Angels, but most of the stuff happened in the fog. So I just ended up leaving because I didn't want to get stuck in traffic. And I could hear them.
That's the worst.
Buzzing around. I could hear them buzzing around, which was cool, but I couldn't see them because the fog was crazy thick.
Yeah. Yeah. Last time we left, we're going to a family member's house, and that 40-minute drive was 2 hours. Just
Right.
an hour and a half of it was just getting out of the city.
Right, which I hate. And to top it off, 19th Avenue, which is the way I have to go. This is the only time you can see burners. 19th Avenue, they were doing construction, so it was all backed up.
It's San Francisco, dude.
So I had to go along the Great Highway, which is right along the water, which is over by where Brandon lives.
Yeah, that's right where Brandon lives.
Yeah. And then part of that is shut down, too. You can see burners here. The F-18 burner is very dim.
And shit on the side of the road.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
So they have part of that freeway shut down just for foot traffic. So I had to
know.
drive around the back, which was weird.
They're trying to like make this whole bike lane thing.
Yeah, they shut it down for like the weekend.
Get
12 p.m. Friday through Sunday or something.
Get the hell out of here, man.
So this part of the show right here,
Rating a biker.
as soon as you could see the burners on all of those planes, because this is their dirty loop, that's the loudest I've ever heard them because of that. The Super Hornets are significantly louder than the Legacies. Okay, so 4 is a 2-seater and 5 is a 2-seater. All right. But yeah, it was noisy as hell. That's the loudest I've ever heard them.
Yeah.
Because the Super Hornet is like 20% louder than the Legacy. EQ, I haven't seen your stuff yet, so I don't know why you haven't gotten it yet. It hasn't been returned. So I don't know what's going on. But I think we're almost done, but I have a couple other pictures from here at my house because I got one of the. So as soon as they start doing this is when it's time for me to leave, because as soon as I start seeing all the formation stuff, that means they're going to do their formation passes, and I don't want to deal with traffic, so I leave. But this is a really cool pass. I couldn't see it because of fog. Oops, there's the ground. So this is after I got home because I bolted. This is right outside over by my house. There was this is what I get to see regularly. Nate, do you know what that is?
It's a plane.
I know, but which one?
What is it? It looks like a 450.
I couldn't tell if it was a 450 or something else, but.
Oh, you're asking me what it is. Mm-hmm. You're like.
I'm asking. I'm not quizzing you. I'm asking you. I don't know.
Oh, no. It looks like a 450. Okay. Well, it's got 6 windows. Yeah, 450.
Yeah, so this is what flies over me regularly. And since I have had the camera, I'm like, what the hell? I just gotten home. I heard it. So I went out there and snap some pics. Can actually get next to that lens. Get pretty close into it. The funny thing is, some of them, I think it's the 650. When it comes in, it has on the engine nacelles, there are these 2 little spots where there's like this little bits of smoke coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Miss Izzy.
Damn cat.
And the squirrels. These are Daisy's new babies.
Mm.
There's another one. That's the one that usually has the smoke trailing. You can't see it today. Normally there's smoke trailing from there. Another one of the babies. Miss Izzy. That P-51 Merlin noise.
That's my regular audience, or my regular. This is what I get to see regularly.
Isn't there one flying like every weekend?
Oh, there has been recently with all the warbird traffic coming in and out of there. Dude, that B-17, when it came in, oh my God.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's here till the end of the month.
Okay. Now, which one is this?
So it's the ye old pub. So it's not the same airframe, but it's painted after the same one that got escorted by that German fighter.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard that story.
Yeah, I have.
So it's
the one where it just followed it the whole way instead of shooting it down.
It's not the same plane, but it's painted after that.
Okay. So
that's pretty cool.
So that's pretty much it for what I got. But I'm not going to show squirrel pictures because that's Oh, there's pictures of hummingbirds and other stuff. Cool. Anyway, so that was it. Hope haven't. I'd like to get to Aviation Nation, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. That's in November. That's too soon.
Yeah.
Too close. I don't think I'm gonna make it. But that's Aviation Nation's an awesome show. All right. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But that is it for today. I think we've gone an hour and a half. I wasn't even supposed to go that long. But and those pictures, I haven't even touched them yet. And I think wife will help me go through and do some editing or cropping, whatever. But that's pretty much it. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to head on out because
To just play songs by Josh Vietti,
What?
you'll need
Alexa,
to sign up for
stop.
Amazon Music Unlimited, which lets you choose
Alexa,
from over
stop. What?
This is a station for you based on.
start farting. So that's what I got, and hopefully I get some more pictures of Sophia coming up this weekend.
What the hell?
What?
My Alexa's possessed.
Yes.
Nobody
Maybe you
even
should
said
try
Alexa, and it just turned on.
Started saying stuff. I don't know.
Doing its systems check.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to get on out, but thanks you for being here. Thanks for
Roy, I
being here,
did
Mr.
earlier.
For Dingus.
Let me drop Roy's freaking prop
Link
link.
for what?
He wants his prop link. I dropped it earlier. I guess he didn't see it. Paste.
But gonna get on out of here.
I'll go rip a flight on the Act 55, then go in.
I'll leave the chat up for a little bit, but I'm going to get on out of here. So thanks for being here, y'all, and we will see you next time. And hopefully, Nate, you can come back on another time.
Yeah, once it really starts getting dark at 5, I'll probably join a little bit here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm getting out. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.